Hello, I'm the Toycat, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is for those of you who have problems fighting a certain mob in Minecraft, because every single mob has its weakness, or multiple weaknesses, and I figured it would be cool to go through 10 separate mobs and show you those weaknesses, so the next time you come across them, you don't have to struggle so much anymore, and you can kill them with relative ease. So please do like the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets me know you do like it. I want to see more stuff like this, but let's get straight into the video with the most infamous of the mobs and its weakness, which is, of course, the Creeper. The Creeper is, of course, so annoying because of the fact that not only will it, kill you in one hit on normal difficulty, but it will also leave a massive crater in the ground as it does so, kind of adding insult to injury there. But if, the crater in the ground isn't an issue, the easiest way to deal with Creeper is just sprint directly through him like this. This is because the explosion, if it does hurt you, it's only going to hurt you by like a heart, even on normal or hard difficulty. But if it doesn't hurt you, it's just going to be like, oh, there's a free explosion on the ground. The Creeper's dealt with himself. I can deal with everything else around me. Because usually when you're, in a desert or something, or just running across something, the Creepers are the least of your worries. You need to deal with everything else, so you just blow them up and you can deal with everything else like that. Very, very easy. If you have armor on, it's literally almost a guaranteed zero heart thing, and it's a very easy way to take them out. But if you're somewhere where you can't let them explode, the easiest strategy, if you're not already familiar, is either to go in for a critical hit and a single hit, or to go in for a sprint hit like this. And then you can finish them off with a single critical like that, and boom, they're dead. Obviously, you can go for 3 hits in a row if it's really desperate, but the thing about this is it's kind of risky. But if you want to master this technique, it is kind of a cool one when you pull it off, because you have to get the timing just right when you attack, and as you can see, it's so close to the Creeper blowing up, but I've attacked him just in time, and he's died. So yeah, that's how you take out the Creeper, basically. You want to either sprint through him, let him take himself out, or you need to, get your strategy down. There's a couple of working ones, but that's the Creeper. Moving on to the Skeleton, which is one of the most annoying mobs, because of how many times he's been buffed. Basically, if you try to get near him, he's going to keep on firing arrows at you, and that's a real problem. However, the easiest way to, kind of deal with the Skeleton is to fight fire with fire and just get him from a range with a bow. Because it'll only take a few fully charged bow shots to actually take him out, and then he's going to be dead like that. Very, very easy thing. However, if this isn't a thing you can do, because you're in a cave or somewhere you just can't get enough range on him and he's going to keep firing at you, the easiest thing to do is bring a Smite Sword of you everywhere. If you take a Smite 5 sword, it can take out the Skeleton in one hit before he has even a chance to take you out, and it's a very, very useful thing to do. So yeah, if you don't take damage from Skeletons, either attack them from afar or use a Smite 5 sword, because the one hit kill is just so handy, like that. Just he's dead and done. So let's move next onto the Enderman, which is going to be slightly glitchy because it is daytime, not nighttime. But yeah, here is the Enderman. Let's attack him to hopefully get him on us. Okay, no, he's teleported away. But the easiest way to take out Enderman is to... Okay, let's stare at him maybe. No, he's just going to teleport over there very happily. But yeah, the easiest way to take out the Enderman is to go in a 2x2 hole like this. So like two blocks deep, 2 blocks high, because this means you can get in the hole, but the Enderman can't, because he's 3 blocks tall. Just show you that one more time. This is how tall the Enderman is. 3 full blocks, except he's going to keep teleporting. Let's maybe get him attack us like that. There we go. Stare at him, maybe. Oh, now we get the Creeper Slenderman noises. But yeah, basically the thing about the Enderman is, because he is 3 blocks tall, this means if you attack him somewhere like this, he's going to keep trying to charge you, but he won't get in here. And even if he picks up one of the blocks, which is why it's be too deep, you're still going to be able to keep attacking him and take him for his Ender Pearl. So if you do need to fight the End Dragon in an easy way, then the easiest way to get your Ender Pearls for it is to make a 2x2 hole, because it means just very, very easy to take him out. So moving on to the next mob, this is actually a very small one, and I didn't spell it the first time. It's going to be the Cave Spider. So the Cave Spider can only spawn in... Are you going to tread on a pressure plate? The Cave Spider can only spawn... okay, he's gonna spawn an Enderman for me. But Cave Spiders can only spawn in abandoned mine shafts, if you're not already aware. And the thing... okay, it's going to spawn a skeleton too, so let's just take him out like that. But the thing about the Cave Spider that makes it so dangerous is the fact that, of course, it has the poison. So whenever you go into an abandoned mine shaft, always bring a bucket of milk with you. If you don't know, milk cancels out all stats effects you have right now, which is especially handy when it comes to poison, because let's just give you an example. Let's actually get into attack me right there. There we go, we've got the poison on us now. Very, very scary, very, very dangerous. But if you drink the milk bucket as soon as you've dealt with the danger, then instead of, going down to half a heart and being vulnerable to literally anything killing you, then you can just be straight at 7 hearts and start healing right back up from there. And that's basically their threat neutralized. Then you go in, you take out their spawner, and then Cave Spiders are eliminated from the world. If you want to keep one around for, if you want to spawn them or something, that's worthwhile. But yeah, Cave Spiders can just be eliminated from the world very easily. And even when they are there, just bring a bucket of milk and it's very, very easy. The same thing actually kind of goes for the Witch over here. All you need, they're very scary because they throw potions at you, but their biggest danger is when they splash you with a potion when you're hesitating, like, oh, do I go in or do I not? Easiest thing to do is to charge at them and bring a milk bucket. Same with the Cave Spider, really, because if they throw anything at you, you can deal with that later, but you want to kill them first so they can't keep poisoning you while you do it, and then boom, you go in for the milk bucket and your problem is solved. So moving on from there, I think I might have miscounted here. we have the silverfish. So the silverfish is one of the very easiest mobs to take out. Most of the time you won't have problems, but it's worth, you know, knowing what you should avoid with the silverfish to not create yourself a problem, because the thing about the silverfish is it's only found in the stronghold in 2 places, in silverfish blocks and in the spawner. So if you do find them in the spawner, make sure you always kill them in 1 hit with a diamond sword, like so. If you kill them in less than 1 hit with like an iron sword, or like just hitting them with your fist or anything like that, you're going to give yourself a real problem, because of the fact that, you know, this means that you, like, if there's any silverfish blocks nearby, they'll break into their, you know, like, silverfish, and you'll get, like, 8 silverfish. Then you have the same problem, and, you know, a swarm of silverfish can kill you. A single silverfish, even if he hits you, let me just spawn one in again here. A single silverfish, in reality, look at him, he's just going to do half a heart, and it's just like, that's kind of cute. But, you know, if you have 8 of them all trying to do that, then you can get swarmed and then killed by something else, and that's something you don't want to have happen, so make sure you avoid that. Next up, we have the slime, and the thing about the slime is it's more of a preventative measure to it if you want to stop this thing. So let's go over here so he doesn't try to push play or anything, because basically the easiest way to, if there's one after you and you don't really care, you can just go in a small space, because even a 2x3 space like this will give him problems getting through. As you can see like that, he has to angle himself just right if he wants to get through, and he just cannot do it. But yeah, the thing is about the slime is the easiest way to stop him spawning is because they only spawn in certain chunks. It's going to spawn somewhere where you don't like him, and if that does happen, make sure they only spawn in the smallest slime possibility, because the small slimes, let me just try and get a few of them here. These small slimes right here, so excluding these medium-sized slimes, these tiny slimes right here can't do damage to you. So if they're all small slimes, then your problem's solved. But basically, yeah, let's just take these all out, and let's show you the easiest way to prevent them spawning, because if you have everything in the chunk where you know they spawn, like, kind of uneven, so if you make it like this, so every other, like, there's no 2x2 blocks, it's only 1 blocks, this means that only little slimes can spawn, and can spawn, sorry, and they're just no issue, they don't attack you, and you can kind of just ignore them. So apparently, it's going to spawn right in the block anyway, but you get the point I'm trying to make there, make it so it's uneven ground, and they're a lot less likely to spawn. I don't know why out for spawner it's different. Yeah, there we go. Let's take out a whole other bunch of slimes. And this also kind of applies to magma cubes, but they're going to be a lot harder to take out. Really, because you're in the nether there, I just recommend avoiding magma cubes unless you want their magma cubes. In which case, kill them until the edge of the world, I guess. Moving on to the next one, anyway, we have the blaze. So the blaze is a situation of really just fighting fire with fire, because, of course, I guess fighting fire with snow, because of the fact that you can either use a fire resistance potion, and that literally neuters their attacks. It means they do nothing to you, or you can get some range on them where you can avoid their attacks, because they're really only tricky to avoid at close range, and then you can just fire snowballs. Snowballs do 2 damage to the blaze, which means if you just get enough decent hits on, it means you don't even have to be nearby, and you can see I'm just avoiding all this damage, and I ran into his fire, which isn't a very good idea. But you get the point. If you don't run into fire, because you're not an idiot, then you can kill the blaze like that, and it's one of the easiest ways to take them out. Snowballs, they're also very fun, because they teach you a little bit of range practice, and they're pretty nice like that. The bow can also be used, but personally I recommend the fire resistance potion, because it literally takes their attacks down to nothing, and it means you really only have to worry about the other things in the nether. Speaking of other things in the nether, we have 2 of them right here. So, of course they can't get out, because they've got the thing over here. So yeah, the thing about the wither skeleton, which is very, very intimidating at first, because it's a skeleton, but massive and with a sword, is basically they do count, but it's like a smite enemy, and also they are 3 blocks high. So the same thing with the enemy, where if you make a 2 thing, then you can just attack them from the feet, like so. Let me just show you like that. Is true, but also if you have a smite sword like so, then you can go around one-hitting them in the fortress, which is very, very satisfying. And of course, since you need to kill 120 of these to get the wither, and you need the smite 5 sword there anyway, I definitely recommend getting yourself a smite 5 sword, because it's just so handy. You can go around, one-hit them, and it's very, very easy. So anyway, speaking of the wither, you can probably guess that's mob number 10. So the wither is one of the most challenging things that you will do in Minecraft, but you don't have to prepare as much as you might think. You don't need protection 4, diamond armor, the best sword possible, and all these things. All you really need are 3 components. You need yourself a smite 5 sword, you need a strength 2 potion, because you combine these 2 things for amazingness, and you need to prepare with some form of like way to stop the wither getting away from you, because basically if you combine all this stuff with some craziness, you can do some insane damage, but you just need to stop the wither getting away from you, so you can tap them with a sword. So I recommend an obsidian prison if it's above ground. If you're below ground, just make sure the ceiling, like, you can just go near bedrock, dig yourself out a cave, and that's going to be good enough. But you just need to stop the wither getting away from you, because let's just spawn one in, and you can see, very, very intimidating. You want to basically just give yourself the strength potion, and get yourself out of the smite sword. So let's throw that in our face. And also, I just have iron armor here just to show how easy it is. And then, boom, let's actually avoid that first hit. And let's go, let's do it. So, as you can see, this smite 5 sword with this, when you combine this with the strength 2 potion, you can kill the wither before anything much has even happened. And then you drink your milk, and you can avoid the withering effect, and boom, I'm done. I got my Wither Star that fast. I don't know how many seconds that was. I think that was like 7, and although you lose a lot of obsidian, it's still entirely worth it, and if you're at Bedrock, you don't lose that, because it means that you've killed your Wither. You've done that with really only 2 main components, the Smite Sword and the Strength Potion, and boom, it's that easy. Of course, if you do need to heal up during the fight, remember you can heal, and it will hurt the Wither boss too, which is pretty cool. And that's actually true for Wither Skeletons too. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty handy little tip. Make some way to stop the Wither getting out, and then just use a Smite Sword and Strength Potion, and it's that fast to kill the Wither. I think that might be one of the fastest Wither kills, ever, and I hope you did enjoy it. So, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you did all enjoy it. Please do like it if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.